What's up guys, it's Matt from TDM Style here. Welcome back to the channel once again, and today we've got something special. We are taking a first look at two brand new drops from Frank over at Faith and Integrity. We have the Frost Moon oil-based clay and Hunter's Moon texture cream. So I'm sure you guys all remember Harvest Moon, his matte paste that he came out with a while back. Shit was tit! Yeah, so these are the two latest additions to the Moon lineup of stylers. There is a fly in here, and I am fucking furious. Yeah, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into these and talk first about packaging and pricing. So taking a look at the packaging first, you can see that both of these come in your standard 4-ounce amber plastic pomade jar with the aluminum lid, and he's got the stick-on labeling on here with the same artwork as the Harvest Moon one, obviously. So Frost Moon is just in this kind of blue color scheme, and Hunter's is in this kind of red and orange. And each one of these will run you $17 US, and he is doing a thing on his website now for free US shipping for orders over 30 bucks. So if you happen to be buying both, that's free shipping. I will also mention quickly, the jar that I got of the Hunter's Moon, he had a little bit of an issue with the labeling, so the label around the side is slightly different coloration than the top one, but he is getting that sorted out, so if you are to order it, they will look exactly the same. So I just kind of happened to end up with a one-of-a-kind one, which is pretty cool. Next up is everybody's favorite category. We got to talk about dim scents. So I'm going to take a look at the notes on the website here. So we'll talk about Hunter's Moon first, the texture cream one. This is meant to be a medium firm natural shine texture product, and the scent on this is it's just called Hunter's, and it has notes of hickory, suede, rum, woods, and bourbon. So without further ado, it's time to nose in. Kind of barbershop. I just noticed that now. Like, it's definitely woodsy. Like, you get the hickory and the just kind of like warm, spicy scent, and a little bit of the bourbon in there, and it does have like a slight kind of florally, powdery sweetness to it, just slightly there, which that was like that one note that randomly got me, and I thought barbershop, I don't know, but yeah, smells great. Now for Frost Moon, this is the oil-based clay one. This is said to be a also medium firm natural shine product, but of course it's an oil-based clay, so it's gonna be quite different from a liquidy texture cream. And the scent on this one's called Frost, and the notes are birchwood, amber, oud, tonka bean, and musk. Fuck. All of that shit is like right up my alley. So, number 2. And that amber fucks me up, boy. Yeah, this is definitely my preferred scent of the two. Again, woodsy, but you do get that amber and that musk, and it's just, this one is a little bit less like pungent than the other one. Yeah, I don't know, I prefer this one. This one fucks me up pretty good. All right, so quickly into ingredients. We'll talk about the texture cream first. This one, as you might expect, is water-based. So we've got distilled water, then candelilla wax, our favorite boy, kaolin clay, PEG 40 hydrogenated castor oil, things we see in many hair products, grapeseed oil, also a little bit of bentonite clay and silica in there. It does mention on the website that the silica in here is meant to, well, do what silica does and just kind of plump your hair and add some volume, which can help to aid in the creation of texture. On the oil-based one, we've got petrolatum in the first spot. Hey, petrolatum, you my boy. Then we also have beeswax, bentonite clay, and kaolin clay. Once again, PEG 40 hydrogenated castor oil. We got some mango butter up in this bitch, and some candelilla wax as well, fragrance, jojoba oil, and sweet almond oil. Now let's take a quick up-close look at the scoops, because these are vastly different. So first, taking a look at Hunter's, you can see this is quite liquidy, and I kind of tried to, well, first of all, I know, I broke my own rules, and I didn't do a round robin scoop on that during demo footage. What the fuck? And the only reason that I did that was because, you know, Frank had kind of mentioned that it has this still liquidy, but mostly solid kind of texture in the jar, and then once you get your hand in there, then it just turns into this like super lightweight lotiony feel. So I kind of dug into the center where it looked more solid just to see. I don't know. I'm explaining myself. I didn't round robin. I fucked up. But anyway, yeah, so when you scoop this one out, it is quite liquidy. It reminds me very much of the earlier formulations of Oasis clay in that manner, just that it's quite liquidy, but then once you get it into the hands, it becomes this like super smooth, lightweight feeling, just lotion texture. Now, Frost Moon, very different animal. This one obviously looks like a clay that we're used to seeing, but yeah, ain't no normal scooping going on here. And again, it is mentioned right on the website that this is a back of the thumbnail scooper. So yeah, you have to do that. You just go in with the back of your thumbnail, it comes out easily that way. And then weirdly enough, once you actually get some out of the jar and get it into your hands, it breaks down very smoothly and easily with minimal effort, unlike some other difficult to scoop clay products. Throat was dry. All right, now into the demo footage. So let's take a look at Hunter's Moon first. Now it is recommended that you apply this into dry hair, so you fucked me up. I'm a dry hair styling boy anyway. So we're starting out here with freshly cleaned blow-dried hair. I've only pre-styled with a little bit of 25 for hydration and smoothing, like I always do. And then we're going in with slightly larger than a dime-sized amount of product here and working from the back to the front. Now I will say it is very smooth and, like I said, lotiony, but after about 5 to 10 seconds as you're working it into the hair, you will feel some stickiness and tack set in pretty quickly. You'll feel the hold start to set up right away. And it does start to get just a slight amount of dryness. It's nothing overwhelming, so there's a little bit of tug and pull, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. Very easy and quick to style with, so after about, I don't know, 30 seconds, here is the final style, which turned out quite nice, and it is very lightweight in the hair. So as far as that factors into endurance, so it is supposed to be a medium firm hold, so let's take a look here. This is 8 hours later at the end of the day, and yeah, medium firm hold, basically didn't move all day. The lightweight feel of the product helped to keep the volume in, very little volume loss as well. And I would say, you know, maybe the shine, or whatever, the finish died down from a natural into more of like a full matte, which is fine. And you can still feel some presence in the hair, so you can restyle it if you need to, although restyling isn't like super magical with this one, I guess. Now, onto the oil-based clay. This one, yeah, so it's gonna be a bit of a bitch to scoop out, but then it does break down easily, and it applies to the hair with that just buttery, slightly gritty goodness that an oil-based clay is supposed to have. And this is part of the reason that I love oil-based clays, because you can feel them working and you can feel them setting up the hold and whatever, but they're super smooth. They're not grippy, tuggy, pulley, sticky, usually, and in this case, this is no exception. It applies so easily and is just very effortless to style and get it into shape. And so here's the final style that we ended up with there, and I think it looks pretty great. Nice texture, nice volume, not quite as much volume as the Hunter's Moon, of course. This one is a little bit heavier. You can definitely feel the presence more in the hair. And this one also has, you know, what I would consider more of like a straight up natural shine. Like this one is not quite as matte. Now, as far as endurance for Frost Moon, I don't have that in the demo because I wanted to get this out right away, and I styled my hair with Frost Moon just before the video, so this is in right now. But I have used it before, so I've had these for a few days, so I've been able to use each product a couple of times each just to kind of get familiar with them. So I will say, from experience, I don't have demo footage of it for you, so sorry. But I will say that the endurance on Frost Moon is just as good as Hunter's. Medium firm hold, yes. This one I think like stays a little bit more pliable and is a little bit easier to restyle. I mean, that's part of an oil-based thing that happens. And this one I think does kind of maintain the natural shine more. It doesn't really go quite as matte, which is also fine because, you know me, I'm a natural shine boy. So now I also have this texture powder that he has in the works. It's definitely not drugs, it's texture powder. So I do have a little bit of demo footage here. This is actually using this on day 2 of having Frost Moon in. So, you know, next day oil-based clay, it does get a little bit more oily in the morning, and a texture powder like this one is the perfect thing to get in there and kind of act as a dry shampoo with a little bit of hold, just to kind of wake things up. So my hair was looking, you know, a little bit wonky from sleeping on it, and I was too lazy and short on time in the morning to like blow dry it and make it better, but you can see how the powder works. Now the reason I'm mentioning this is because Frank is doing a thing where if you buy a Moon product during this release period, he's going to include a free sample of the powder for you. And I also should mention he did give me a discount code for you guys as well. So if you are looking to buy any of these, you can put in code TDM style for 10% off. And that's just for you guys. I don't get anything from it. It's just a nice thing that Frank is doing for me and for you guys. So there you have it. So as far as washout, Hunter's is super simple. It's literally just water and bitch is gone. Frost Moon being an oil-based clay, as you would expect, you do need some shampoo to get this out, but it is still easy peasy, possibly also lemon squeezy. Just a little bit of any old shampoo will get this out just fine. So overall thoughts, yeah, bitch, on the Frost Moon and Hunter's Moon new drops from Faith and Integrity. I love these, man. I really like Frost Moon. This, if I had to pick like a favorite child of the group, it's definitely this. Sorry, Hunters, you're fine too. But this, I love oil-based clays, and it delivers. Actually, both of them deliver on everything that they are supposed to be. They're both definitely medium firm holds. This one gives you some thickening and volume and a nice natural to matte finish. Super lightweight, and this one is, yeah, it's an oil-based clay, so you get a nice texture, natural finish, super pliable, you know, it's just, they're great. The scents are great on both, and easy washouts. So yeah, both of these are definitely worth checking out. I think they both really deliver. Frank did a great job on these. I really like the artwork as well. I mentioned that about Harvest Moon, and I like the blue theme one. Yeah. But yeah, so check them out. Use my code for 10% off if you decide you want to buy some of these. And yeah, get after it. So that wraps... I hit myself in the chest. So that wraps things up for today's video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. Please do stay tuned. We've got the return of budget stuff coming up soon. Jesus Christ. That came out of nowhere. Yeah, so we've got the return of budget stuff coming soon. We've got, I'm so behind. I'm trying to catch up to stuff. So if you haven't already, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all that upcoming shit. And as always, thank you guys so much for coming by and watching. And we'll see you at the next one.